So there's some things I noticed immediately about the phone. One is that there's a reflective surface on the phone, and that when one is looking at the interface of the phone, one may not necessarily be simultaneously paying attention to one's own image or face or reflection. This is different from, a mirror that we look in at our faces. I haven't really been looking in mirrors very much for a couple of years now, and I've thought a lot about mirrors as places that we cannot go, or places where hearts are reflected and not located truly, and things that we take for granted. They're the major source of symmetry in the visual world, aside from natural forms like plants and people and stuff like that. And what mirror neurons have to do with narcissism, and how much time we spend grooming our own image so that we look the way we want to look for ourselves and for other people, as opposed to not looking in mirrors or not having access to mirrors and spending more time looking at other people. And what mirror neurons start to do, or the neurons that normally would be spent applying concepts of artificial self to mirror images, given that sound doesn't treat a mirror or a pane of glass or a rock wall all that differently as far as reflecting sound. And the role of sound and the meaning of sound, especially in terms of a person being able to have a dialogue with one's own self, to consider the meanings of things, as opposed to running out of time because of concern about how one will appear or how one will sound to others. As soon as I acquired this phone, I felt like something had immediately been betrayed and was lost. And sitting here in Freeway Park listening to the sound of the road up there, the cars go by and go bonk bonk, bonk bonk. And for some reason, every time I heard two sounds like that in a row, I had started to hear it as no, for the most part, whatever I was thinking, no. And sometimes I agreed with it and sometimes I didn't. That lost a little bit of its potency almost immediately when I acquired this phone, because I didn't have the fear of not being able to record something to verify it or to show someone else if I really needed to, or to demonstrate to myself that I'm not nuts.